Hello, my name's Aviva, and today I have some 5-star predictions to share with you. So for Bookmas Day, I have absolutely no idea. I wanted to share some 5-star predictions with you. All of these books I am planning to read sometime in 2022, and I just have a feeling for one reason or another that they're going to end up getting 5 stars. I give out 5 stars pretty easily. If I am like fully invested in a book, I'm really liking it, I want to keep flipping the page, it's going to end up getting a 5 stars. I'll bump it down to a 4 stars if there was just something missing from it. It's like I kind of was just hoping for more, but like at the end of the day, it's kind of like a gut feeling, and I give a 5-star rating to like the books that I feel just like deserve it, sort of thing. And anyway, all of the books that I have in front of me, I've got a feeling it's gonna get 5 stars. But basically, if you're not currently subscribed to my channel, you should be, because I'm currently in the middle of Bookmas, which means that I'm putting out 31 videos for the 31 days of December, which means that, you can come back tomorrow and there will be another video out. So again, make sure you subscribe, to make sure your notifications are on so that, you can get notified when my next video posts, and make sure to like this video. But anyway, let's just get into the books. So first up, I have the Whatever It Takes duet by Kristen Becker-Ritchie. So this is the first book, and then there is one more book called Wherever You Are, which I was just too lazy to grab off my shelf and hold up both. But basically, I'm not even thinking that this book is going to get a 5 stars. I'm already giving it a 5 stars. I just finished reading Some Kinds of Perfect, which was the 10th and last book in the Addicted/Calloway Sister series, and I am like already feeling withdrawal. But basically, this is the next books that I could read from the universe, because we're following 2 characters that we met in the later books from this series. And the thing is we already got to see some snippets into their lives and into their romances, because, we already saw them in other books, but I'm still very excited to read this, and I already know that I'm going to love them because I already do love them. So this is the first books that I do plan to read either before December is over or sometime at the beginning of 2022, and I already know these are going to get a 5 stars, but I couldn't help but add it into this video because I'm predicting it, but also like this one isn't really a prediction because I'm already giving it the 5 stars that I know it's going to deserve. Next up, I have From Lukov with Love by Mariana Zapata. So this book is probably going to get a 5 stars for me, mostly because every book that I've read by Mariana Zapata has already gotten a 5 stars, and I've heard amazing things about this one. All I know about it is that you're following 2 figure skaters. Either it's like a coach and, a skater, or it's like 2 skaters and they're gonna have a romance. I'm not really sure what the dynamics are, but I've heard great things. I am into figure skating, so I'm like very down for the romance. And I put this on my December TBR because I am hoping to read this like in the winter months, only because, ice skating, winter, holiday season, I feel like it all just goes together. So if I get into the mood for like an extremely slow burn, and I know that I'm gonna have the patience to wait it out, sort of thing, then I will read this soon. But I do think that whenever I do read it, if it's this month, if it's next month, whenever it is, that it will get a 5 star, just because there's something about Mariana Zapata books that just end up deserving it by the time you get to the end. Next up, I have Ruthless Creatures by J.T. Geisinger. So this is the first book in a 3-book companion series that I am 99% sure is some sort of mafia romance. I really don't know much about this, but there's this girl on Instagram that I follow. Her name is Chapters in Candace, and she has such good taste in books. I get so many recommendations from her, and I've read a bunch from her and I ended up loving them. And then whenever she posts about a new book, I'm like, okay, I gotta go get it. So I ended up getting this book because of her. I got the whole series. I'm just not holding all 3 of them up. But basically, she said that these books are super, super steamy, really, really good, kind of unputdownable sort of vibes. And she gave the entire series 5 stars. So basically, that means that I will probably give it 5 stars because our tastes align really, really well. So mafia romance, really steamy, companion series, rated really well from somebody that I highly trust. I just have a feeling about this one. Next up, I have Lessons in Corruption, which is the first book in the Fallen Men series. So this is a collection of either 5 or 6 books, and I know that the series isn't even finished. She's still putting out more books in this series, but all I know about this series is that it is some sort of motorcycle gang companion series sort of thing. Like each book is a different romance and you're following all these guys that's in like a biker gang of some sorts. I really not too sure, so don't like take my word for it. But basically, I have heard that Inked in Lies, which is either the fourth or the fifth book in this entire series, is like the best one from the series. But everybody loves the whole series in general. It's just like everybody like falls for a different romance sort of thing depending on your personal preference. So I'm not necessarily saying that Lessons in Corruption, which is the first book in the series, is going to get a 5 stars. But I do think that one of the books in this series, if not more than one, will end up getting a 5 stars from me because I'm just getting that vibe off of it. And also this series, I did hear from a lot of people that it was really good. Like I didn't just get the recommendation from one person, but that girl that I was talking about from Instagram did say that this series is amazing. And she was one of the people who pushed me to get it. So between her and then like Peace Love Books and a couple of other people on Instagram that kind of like put this book in my face, is kind of making me get the vibe that, you know, in general, this is going to be a 4 and 5 star series for me. So we'll see what happens. I'm actually having a thought to maybe vlog this entire series in the month of February for like, you know, Valentine's Day or something. I mean, it's just something in my head. I doubt I'm going to do it, but if you're interested in me doing that, then let me know down in the comment section below because it's something that's been like, you know, thinking in my brain of like, oh, maybe I'll vlog it. And because February is really close, maybe I'll do it for Valentine's Day month sort of thing. So let me know if you're interested in that. Next up, I have Twisted Love, which is the first book in the I don't know, whatever, some sort of companion series. But basically, it's Twisted Love and then Twisted Games. So Twisted Love is a brother's best friend's romance, and then Twisted Games is a bodyguard romance. So it's like a companion series. I'm not really sure what more than that, other than the fact that it's really steamy, because I have seen snippets from the inside of this book when people like freak out about like the steamy moments. Like supposedly it's really good, and I'm just getting the vibe that I'm probably going to end up giving this either a 4 or a 5 stars, but like let's cross our fingers that the series ends up getting 5 stars. I do own Twisted Love and Twisted Games. I'm just not holding up the second one, but I do know that the third book, which I don't even know what it's called, is coming out, I believe, in the beginning of next year, or maybe at the end of December, somewhere around like this time. I don't really know. But basically, the third book is coming out really soon, which means that I am very much wanting to read the first 2 books in the series, you know, to get myself pumped for the third book's release. Next up, I have The Problem with Forever by Jennifer L. Armentrout. So I could be wrong about this synopsis, but I'm almost positive that it's about these 2 people who grew up in like foster care or something. I'm not really too sure, but these 2 kids, they were very close growing up, and for some reason they split apart, and then this girl ends up going to this new school, and who do you know is there? The guy that she grew up with, that always protected her, that she was really close with as a child, and he is now dating somebody, but he recognizes her right away, and then, you know, a romance is somehow going to bloom because I guess he's going to still feel like very protective of her, even though it's like been years and like, you know, they're not in that bad situation anymore. I don't know. I could totally be wrong about that, but I have heard a lot of people explain this book. And for some reason, that is like what came up in my brain when I had to think of what this book was about. And I was too lazy to actually read the back of the book for you guys. So for some reason, I do think that I'm going to give this book a 5 stars, mostly because I have seen people cry over this book, saying that it's an extremely emotional read that's just gonna like hit you hard, stay with you forever sort of thing. So I don't know when I'm gonna actually read this book because I'm not often down for a good cry, but like maybe one day I'm just gonna be in that mood and it's gonna hit me and I'm gonna pick up this book and then I'm going to like cry for days sort of thing. So I'm hoping to read this in 2022. I have a feeling I'm going to give it 5 stars. I'm getting that vibe off of it, but I guess we're going to have to wait and see. So this next one is kind of like a long shot because I don't know, for some reason I have a feeling it's going to get 5 stars, but like it really might not. I have absolutely no idea. But basically, Egomaniac by V. Keeland. I have been trying to read a lot of V. Keeland, you know, ever since I discovered her a couple of months ago. I've been asking like all of my followers to basically give me any V. Keeland / Penelope Douglas / V. Keeland and Penelope Douglas book recommendations that they really enjoyed, because they basically write books together and then they write books by themselves, and therefore there are a lot of books to go through. So people have been like recommending me, you know, a lot of books, and when I see the same book being recommended multiple times, then I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna see what's up with it. And this was definitely one that a lot of people mentioned was really good. So it's basically about this girl. who rents an office from this guy online, and then she's like working out of the office, and then this guy comes in and she thinks she's about to get attacked, and then she finds out that he's actually the owner of the office and that she actually got scammed and gave like her money to somebody who just like took it and ran away. So this guy, I guess, is gonna feel bad for her, and he's gonna let her stay in the office for like, the time that she rented it, and they're gonna end up working together in close proximity. I don't really know if that's 100% correct, but that's kind of the vibe that I got off of reading the synopsis of the book. But basically, that synopsis sounds really good. Also, a lot of people said that this was really good. And also, I have read other V. Keelan books before, so I'm just having a vibe that this might get 5 stars. And the last book that I wanted to share with you that I have a feeling is going to end up getting 5 stars is Teardrop Shot by Tejan. So I have only read one other book by Tejan before, which was Enemies, and it was a football college romance, and I absolutely loved it. Couldn't put it down, read it in like less than a day. Really was absolutely obsessed. And after I read it, I was kind of like, okay, all my followers, please give me some more Tejan recommendations because I think I'm in love with her. And basically a lot of people pulled through. They gave me a lot of recommendations, and this was one of them. And for some reason, something about this cover, the fact that it is a basketball romance, and I have never read a basketball romance before, I'm just having a good feeling about this. I already know that I'm gonna like her writing style. It is another sports romance. It's going to be my first basketball romance. So for all those reasons, I'm kind of just like throwing it out there saying that I have a good feeling about it, but like I could totally be off on this. Well, only because I've only read one other book by her, and I could have read like maybe her best book. I have no idea. But basically, for some reason, I think this one's gonna end up getting 5 stars. But basically, that is it. That is all the books that I wanted to share with you. I kind of like looked at my library and I'm like, okay, I can't pull every book off of my shelf, and like not every book is going to get a 5 star. So I really sat with it. I thought about it, and I'm like, I really have a feeling these are going to be 5 stars. So I'm very excited to see if my predictions end up becoming true. We're going to have to wait a while because I have no idea when I'm going to read all of these books. But maybe by this time next year, I can look back and I'll be like, okay, I read all of them. Did they end up getting 5 stars or not? So we'll see what happens. I will update you guys eventually when I read them, if they got 5 stars or not, but we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below if you've read any of these books, and if you did, what did you rate them? Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Come back tomorrow because another video will be up. But anyway, thank you for watching, and until next time, enjoy reading.